Oops, there you go. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Grandma Hershey Cooks. I'm Grandma Hershey, spelled with the U and not an E. And I truly apologize for not being able to do this on Tuesday. Today is Thursday. And I couldn't do it yesterday because of, oh, Lord have mercy. Anyway, and I forgot to put my sweater on. Lord, y'all have to see all my so long today. My mama call it a bye-bye. I say it's so long. Anywho, today is episode 156. And we are making Alabama pecan bread. Or pecan, whoever says it that way. But the thing is, I use date sugar in it, so it's dark. You can't see the pecans that well either. So in the regular one, you can see all that, but you can sure taste it. I tell you that much, okay? So let's talk about the healthy highlights. So one piece. Now, okay, so you're really supposed to put it in a loaf pan. Yeah. But anywho, the one recipes I kept seeing, they had them in squares anyway. So you can put it in an oblong pan or a square pan. If you put them in a square pan, they're going to be tall like the ones I did, or my kitchen angels did. Or if you put it in a long pan, then they will be wider and shorter. Anyway, you're going to have you some good stuff, okay? So the healthy highlights. For one piece, it's 1/16 of the pan, whichever way pan you use, and it's 228.9 calories, 1.5 saturated fat. Very good, very good. 35 cholesterol because of the oil in it, or the eggs. It's the eggs. Okay. Sodium, 91.6. Very good. Regular carbs are 19.8. I would like it lower, but for cake, bread, whatever you want to call this, that's a good number. Okay. So our sugar is 11.4. Not too shabby. Protein 3.5. Fiber is 1.7. So our net carbs are 18.1. And I'll call it a dessert because it tastes like cake. They call it bread, whatever. I'm putting whipped cream on mine today. How about that? Anywho, that's not bad. Okay, it's not keto low, so sorry y'all can't have it, but it is FDA low. Okay, and it is gluten-free and diabetic-friendly and loveliness friendly. Yes. So anywho, let's talk about the ingredients. So we have a half a cup of date sugar, a half a cup of brown sugar. That's where most of the sugar came from. A 1/4 cup of sweetener, whatever your favorite is that you're used to, and a 1/4 cup of regular sugar. So it's the brown sugar that's giving most of this sugar. Okay. Then you have 1 cup of vegetable oil or whatever oil you like to use for baking. 3 large eggs, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, a cup of almond flour, a cup of sorghum flour. Those are the gluten-free flours. Half a teaspoon of baking soda, a half a teaspoon of baking powder. That was the problem on Monday, that we didn't put no baking powder because the recipe didn't ask for it. But they use all-purpose flour. So I've got to remind myself and you, if you're using gluten-free flour, add at least a half a teaspoon of baking powder in it. Okay. Then there is a 1/4 teaspoon of kosher salt, a teaspoon of xanthan gum, because you need that with your gluten-free flour. Okay. Then a tablespoon of cinnamon. That's why it tastes like a coffee cake. That's what it is. And then there is a cup of chopped pecans. And if you don't like pecans, then you just going to have you something. It won't be called pecan bread without pecans, okay? Which I am going to put some aside for my grandson and my granddaughter because they don't eat pecans. So, anywho, and then you're going to spray your pan with some cake spray, okay? So, this is their little pan. And this is everybody else's pan. Oh, my flowers. This is everybody else's pan. Okay. Oh, cute little flowers. Oh, anywho. All right. So Then what you're going to do is you're going to preheat your oven to 350 degrees. You're going to spray your pan, and then in a large bowl, you're going to combine all your sugars and your oil and combine it. And then you're going to beat in 1 egg at a time, which I stirred everything. I didn't even use a mixer, okay? Stir in the vanilla. And then in another bowl, you put all your dry ingredients and stir it together. So then you're going to alternate. You're going to put a third of the dry ingredients, stir it in, half of your buttermilk. I did put that on here, right? Oh, it's a half a cup of buttermilk. Okay, it's on paper. So that's half of this buttermilk, and then the third and the other half, and then the other third. And then it come out real nice, a real nice texture. So that's all you're doing. And then you stir in pecans after that. Pour it into the pan and bake it for 50 minutes. That's all you need, unless you have a weird oven or maybe your altitude is different. And then you let it cool for 30 minutes. Bake for 50 minutes, let it cool for 30 minutes, cut into 16 squares. Okay, I start to do some, what do you call it? Some cupcakes. I think they would make great muffins. I think they make great muffins, but I didn't do it, but try it out. I bet you'll like it. Anywho, let's get started because time is of the essence around here. We do not have all day, trust me. All right, so I'm gonna put this over here for now, my little cheat sheet. Okay, so we are going to start off with our sugars, which are over here. We got our white sugar and our sweetener going in for the plunge. And we've got our brown sugar and our date sugar, which is really powdery. It says date powder. I see why they say it too, because it's powdery. So hopefully, yeah, oh good. It didn't get all hard and stuff like the time I made those cookies. Oh my God, come on, brown sugar. I had you covered up with a lid. That was brown sugar trying to be stupid on me. Don't do that to me. Oh, okay. There we go. There we go. We'll scrape it out. Good grief. I don't know why. There we go. Why is it acting a fool on me today? I don't need no more problems like I had yesterday. Okay? No more problem. No más. No más problemo. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to have to put my fingers in. I wash my hands, y'all. This brown sugar is trying to harden up on me. That's crazy. Okay. Well, we don't want no lumpy sugar. Okay. I don't know why it's doing that, but anywho, we're gonna make this bread. I keep wanting to call it cake because I promise it tastes just like cake. I say make muffins out of it. That's what I should have done. Made muffins. Okay, I got it pretty good there. Pretty good. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and add the oil in before the brown sugar decides it wants to get hard again. Okay, I don't know what's up with that. We're going to stir in our oil. All right. Stir in the oil. I'm going to put this down a little bit so you can see what's going on. See, I didn't even use a mixer because everything was, with the eggs being at room temperature and everything else, I didn't feel like I needed one. Okay. Right. Look a little coarse. And that's mainly that brown the date sugar. It turns dark and it does weird things, but it's very low in sugar and it really tastes good. Okay. So there's the texture so far. Then we're going to add the eggs one at a time. I'm going to do flop egg in. Come on, egg, get on in there. Flop an egg in. It's bowling away. Here we go. I want you to see what we're doing. Okay. Okay, it's turning smoother. Plop another egg in. Stir it up again. And this way you can have your kids do it. You got 3 kids, each one can put an egg in there. And see how it's getting smoother and smoother. And then here's the last egg. Woohoo. Okay. Stir it in. Nice and incorporated. Okay. Got a nice little batter. Okay, then does it look like a lump right here? Okay, maybe I'm just tripping. It almost looked like I'm making some caramel or something. Then we put that teaspoon of vanilla flavor in here. Now, one lady on hers, she had added a half a teaspoon of maple flavoring with hers. You can try that out if you want to. It's not going to hurt nothing. It's not going to change your calories or anything. I just didn't have any. Otherwise, I would have tried it out. So, okay, now you got some nicely smooth batter. See? Don't it look like caramel? Man, I wonder if I can make caramel out of that. Anywho, let's go ahead and move on and get the actually all the flour, the dry stuff is put together already. So really I'm just don't worry about that. I'm just gonna dump it all in here and stir it up together very well. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, yesterday was crazy. I had to get an oil change, and I definitely had to get my back brakes done. So I had them done all the way around. And that crazy caliper was acting a plum fool. Oh my God. Finally got it done, and it was time for the show. I'm going like, I can't do this show. And I already had a terrible narcolepsy night. Ooh, I tell you, if you know people with narcolepsy, please be kind to them. They're not trying to be the way they are. They can't help themselves, okay? I mean, sleep sitting up. I fell asleep at 11:15. I didn't really lay down till 4:30 because I couldn't get up to go to bed. Oh, it's no joke, y'all. So if you don't know about narcolepsy and you know somebody who have it, research it. And then you can have a little empathy, okay? Anywho, all right. So we got the dry. We got the wet. See here, I'm trying to put it where you can see what I'm doing. Here we go. And we got our buttermilk. Okay. So, flowers, you want attention or what? I think they want some attention. Okay. So I'm going to put a third of the flour in, or the flour mix, the dry mix first. Gonna stir that in. See, this recipe don't take long at all. You don't have to chop nothing. None of that stuff. Just measure everything and go for it. Stir that in. Unless you want to go pick your own pecans. Pecan, tomato. Whichever way you want to say it, boo. This is your bread. Okay? Okay, stir it up good, Hershey. Grandma Hershey, stir it up good. I call myself Grandma Hershey so much that I keep putting it in everywhere I go. Grandma Hershey. Go like, oops, that's not your real name. Okay, half of this buttermilk. Now, I don't like buttermilk by itself. No, thank you. But it works really good for baking. Yes, indeed. It's just something to the flavor of the food. So I don't mind cooking with it. I just don't want to drink it. And it's supposed to be good. Like if you have an ulcer, it's supposed to be good for your stomach. So I hear. I never tried it out. And I had an ulcer for 20 years. I couldn't deal with the buttermilk. So anywho, but thank God it's gone now. All righty. It's been gone since 1999. May of 1999. That's a long story. Maybe I'll tell it to you one day. All right. Now let's put in another third of this dry mixture. Okay. Oops, keep forgetting to move it out the way. Oops, I'm going to add that one. Okay, here we go. Let's fold this on in. Oops. So Tuesday, I did get to go and sing on the open mic. And I did Summertime and Money, honey. We all need money. Sure enough, one part I like about that song, it says, your love give me such a thrill, but your love can't pay my bills. I need money. One of the favorite was I like. All right, Darwin, don't you pay attention to what I just said. Okay, let's put in our last bit of buttermilk. We're almost through, y'all. It don't take long at all. We are almost through. Okay. Whew. All right. Stir this last buttermilk, and it's so creamy and smooth. And I kind of let it get to room temperature too, so it'll blend in well. Okay. Get your little exercise. All right. Let's put our last bit of dry mixture in here. Okay. Last bit. Okay. Like on a little rascal. Okay. Woo. I think I should have turned the air conditioner up a little, because I'm getting a little hot. I'm almost done. I didn't even turn the oven on yet. Okay. I think we got that mixed up pretty darn good. Okay. So now I'm going to put a little bit. Oh, Lord, I put the buttermilk thing inside of the container for my grandkids' bread. Good thing it wasn't nasty at the bottom. I'm going to take a little bit of this out for them so they can have some. So whenever I make something with nuts, they won't be able to eat it unless I leave the nuts out. Okay, that should be enough for 4 servings. And here, trying to give them all my mix, all my batter. Okay, that's going to be theirs. So, KK and Jeremiah, I hope you love me. I know they do, just like I love them. All right, that's going to be theirs. And then this is where the rest of it goes. So now that I got about 4 servings over there, you just cut. I will cut this into 12. Oh, before I put it in, I almost forgot. It won't be pecan bread without it. Lord have mercy, I'm worried about them and forgot about us. Let's move this over. Put in the pecans. Woohoo! Gotta have that. Oh, else it won't be pecan bread. Yep. That in. It almost looks like cookie dough now. Hey, I love pecans. I guess you can, if you use walnuts, you can call it walnut bread. I don't know, why not? It bakes well. It bakes well all the time. Okay. All right, now let's put it in here. I'm going to put this, all of this in here. So, did you guys have a great weekend? Our weekend was pretty good. It was just my Monday night transition into Tuesday. My Tuesday night transition into Wednesday. Because Monday night was no problem except for the bread came out all crumbly. I'm going like, that's not going to work. Oh, but I did save it. I didn't throw it away because I had thought about a trifle, caramel pecan trifle out of it. And then my granddaughter thought about making a crust for a cheesecake. Don't that sound so? That's another thing we're going to be thinking about. Pecan cheesecake, butter pecan cheesecake, or whatever way we're going to do it. And then somebody else suggested crumbling it up and putting it on top of some ice cream. And I think Darwin and Deborah had thought of that. So all 3 of those are great. And I have enough to do at least 2. But we're going to do that trifle. I haven't made one in a while. So we're going to do that. That in here. We don't want to leave nothing behind. No batter left behind. And okay, well, that's that. And then I'll bake it for 50 minutes and then let it cool for 30 minutes and then cut it for whoever's going to eat it, which I will probably get another piece. But anywho, we've done that. So now that you've seen this put together, why don't you click the thumbs up? And then if you have not subscribed already, click subscribe. And when you see the black bell, click, excuse me, the black bell. Okay. And that way you know when I've got to say something like I did yesterday. Okay. And anyway, and I did get some more subscribers last week. Thank you, guys. Thank you. So now what I'm going to, and we're going to be done about 2 shakes of lamb tail. And so what I need you to do is share this recipe with everybody you know. Share it with your friends, your neighbors, your relatives, and your enemies, because everybody got to eat. We still got to feed the world. Okay? So let's put some whipped cream on it. You can see it. It kind of fell in half for some reason. I don't know. I had it in a baggie. Gonna put some whipped cream on it. And now Breyers have this low carb ice cream that you could get some vanilla and then throw some pecans and some sugar-free caramel syrup. You got yourself something. So let's make sure it's not poison. Let's taste a piece of it with this whipped cream on it. Okay. It tastes good, the whipped cream. It tastes good by itself. But the whipped cream gives something to it. Let's go ahead and take one for the team. Oh, I see a pecan. Because you can't really see it on the cake itself. Bread itself. Come on now. Here we go. That's really good. So what I'm going to do after the show, I'm going to put some sugar-free caramel syrup on it. And eat it. It is really good. It tastes kind of like a spice cake. That's what it reminds me of. So anywho, let's do our shout outs. You ready, Marcy? Okay. So I want to shout out to my sister, Sheila, to Savannah and Ian and Darwin. Throw you a kiss too. To Shelly. Shelly, I got to tell you something. I've been calling you Shelby all this time. And one day it came to me, her name is Shelly. So to Shelly, Sabelle, Katie, Emily, Diana, and my little Fitzy, he had a little problem. And so he's kind of, I guess you can say, in a way on bed rest. But you get well soon, Fitzy, okay? And then to Marcy, to my friend Najee, Sabrina, Tiara, and Andreas, and to Level Up. Yes, I made the sauce when I did the tacos. That green jalapeno sauce. Grandma Hershey did it. And to my niece Erica, my cousin Sherry, her friend Cynthia, my brother Hurley, Kay, Regina, my friend Reggie, Hillary, Linda, Ginger, Alex, Sabelle, my best friend Phyllis, Caitlin, Amy, Thomas, Jenny, Amanda, Merle, Gwen, Christine, Marie, Ben, my granddaughters, Lois, not my granddaughter. Sorry, Lois, my friend Lois. And my granddaughter is Soul and Rising and Tuka. Okay. And Tuka described it as unique and she likes it. To Doreen, Allen, Gretchen, Wonderful Cat, and Narcoplexy. And Narcoplexy did a nice little piece. Oh, I'm starting to sweat. Okay, sorry. Well, you get your bloopers here. Narcoplexy did a nice little piece on narcolepsy and how it works. So go to YouTube and look up narcolepsy if you're interested in learning anything about narcolepsy, okay? And I want to say all of you are my friends, okay? Even my relatives are my friends. How about that? I love you guys. Yep. So we have one birthday, and that's my oldest granddaughter, Samaria. Yes. So you ready to sing, Marcy? Because I'm ready. Okay, here we go. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Samaria. Happy birthday to you. Mwah. And many, many more. Grandma, I love you. Okay. So next week, I saw this recipe come across. It looks really, really good. So I'm going to try it out. And it's called Cowboy Cornbread Chicken. So that's what we're going to go for next week. And I know it's going to work because Grandma Hershey already have a good cornbread recipe. So we're going to make that next week, y'all. Get ready to grub. So the quote of the day, I love it. The quote of the day. Your only obligation in any lifetime is to be true to yourself. If you can't be true to yourself, you can't be true to nobody. Okay? Be true to yourself. And that's by Richard Bach. Thank you, Richard. I love that quote. So anywho, that's it for today. Hug somebody, tell them you love them, and pray for the world because we got something going on here. Anywho, I love you guys. See you next week on Tuesday this time, okay? Love you.